Welcome to CaseBreakin. It's good to be back. I can't stop hitting this. What's under this table, by the way? There's
metal or something.
Jesus, echoes and everything. Budget cuts, man. Bunch of COVID budget cuts. Unreal. Good to see you, my
Good to
brother.
see you, brother.
I missed you, man.
It's a pleasure, man.
Yeah,
Always, man. You have a great off season?
I did. How about you?
Great off season.
Your Bucks
Great.
won, man.
I'm over the moon right now.
Yeah, you
I'm over
should
the
be.
moon right now.
You should be. All right, let's go straight to the card show recap. So, the National Card Convention was in Chicago this year. It normally is in Chicago, rotates between there and Atlantic City, I believe.
Cleveland used to.
Maybe Dallas. But it was great. You know, it was actually my first National Card Convention, and it was an intense. I was there for 2 days. It was an intense 48 hours. Stephen was there for longer. I mean, we LJ's Card Shop had a pretty large booth in the middle there, and we had a lot of people back. It's almost like, I don't even know what you want to call it, but we had lines of people sitting around just looking at cards, trying to trade cards. I mean, it's intense going to one of those spots. And I think, you know, that's when we came out with some news about the news came out with that Pat Mahomes card. And it created a lot of buzz, you know, and it's funny, you know, the card industry is really interesting sometimes because all it takes is one sale and then everyone's card is worth 5 times as much.
Yeah, the same player.
Yep, and you got a lot of that, you know. But, you know, it was great to see the health of the industry. A lot of people, there was so many people there. There was a lot of, you know, a lot of great cards, a lot of, you know, news outlets and things like that. So it was a great experience, you know. I think next year we should do one around the National. I think that's a good one. It gets really crowded, you know, but hopefully COVID eases up a little bit. I don't know, Stefan, what were your thoughts?
I'm going to leave a lot of the negative thoughts out because my experience was vastly different than Leo's. Leo was able to like bounce around and leave the booth once in a while and go do this. He was always running around, meeting people, going to meetings, and like just talking to people, customers that were coming up. I was more of the. I left the booth 3 times in 5 days, 3 times to use the restroom. That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't leave the booth. I was like a pinball machine in this 20 by 20 area. Every second of the entire time. And man, it was fun, but it was a lot of work, and we were not fully prepared for. We had a 20 by 20 area. A lot of these people had like a little 8-foot table, maybe 2 8-foot tables. We were in the dead center, right across from Blowout. We were by Panini. We were by Break Kings. We were right in the dead center, and our first 2 days, the cards that we had out, we brought the whole vault in. The entire vault was brought in.
Wow.
You got to see this stuff. We had two security guards on each side of the glass.
Was my guy there, though, from New Jersey?
Tony?
Tony
was not there, but Tony.
You got the 2 guys from Tony, though.
Two guys from Tony.
Okay.
And they're just sitting there like this because we have all these cards, you know, millions of dollars in cards sitting here. And then when you're walking around, you know, because you got to bring them to get graded for PSA, or you got to bring them back, you know, all over the place. You give them to security, and they just walk around and take them places. It was, it's pretty intense. And then you got a setup like Stefan, where we had two guys sitting there, and they're basically like Tank from the Matrix. You're like, yo, take this card, price it out, you know, really quick, and they're like. And it's just back and forth and back and forth. And I brought LJ, and he was like getting inside of it, like having fun. Yeah. He was having fun with it. So my son was having a blast. You know, it was intense.
It was intense.
Wow.
It was intense. It was very intense.
Talk about the experience with Mahomes, right? There was more of an opportunity to meet him or connect with him. How did that happen? Or
he retweeted.
Okay.
He retweeted. Okay. You know, we're working to. I'm trying to get my son really to a game in Kansas City and to take a picture with the card.
That'd be awesome.
Hopefully we can coordinate that with his agent. It's in the works at this point. I just think that would be the coolest experience ever for a 9-year-old boy. You know, I'm not going to be in the picture. That's just, you know, but
You'll be in the picture.
it certainly was it certainly was the talk of the National. You know, it was a record-setting football card, and then subsequent to that, you've got a record-setting Honus Wagner tobacco card that sold for what, $6.8 million or something like that.
Six something. Yeah.
I mean, these cards, they're really pieces of art, you know, and you're seeing this rare as these collectible and all these different, like even Goldman Sachs, all these places are investing in these assets. Pension funds, you know, they're putting their money inside. And they're just buying even portions of these cards or anything. And, I mean, the Steph Curry logo, man, sold for $5.8 million. And it just every time the market just creeps and creeps and creeps on those larger cards. It just does. So it was a great, you know, it was a great experience. I'm certainly, along with Stefan and LJ, we're going to be a little tense watching Mahomes this year. But you know what? I mean, he's a really good person, and we just, you know, when those opportunities come, Michael, I'm telling you, you either take advantage of it,
right,
or you're never going to see it again. They're going to get buried, you know, and you'll never see it again. Wow. And you know, I mean, we had an opportunity, and it just happened. The timing, I guess, was just right, you know. So,
kudos to you, man. And he's such a unicorn of a player, right? So you got to jump on that.
I would say it's different than like a Brady, right? A Brady, a Kobe, a Jordan. Yep. Those rare, you're going to start. There'll be a $10 million sale this year for sure.
I was about to say that.
It'll come. You know,
if some of these people start to loosen up on their collections because they're seeing these dollars that are thrown around, there's definitely a handful of cards out there that could break $10 million.
Wow.
There's a handful of cards that could break 20. I mean, the 3 PSA 10 mantles, those are over. There's a Pop 3 52 tops PSA 10 mantle, the grade. That's, I mean, a $20-30 million card.
Wow.
Just because it's like one of the more iconic cards in baseball ever.
It's the iconic baseball card.
Yeah, that, and people say the Honus Wagner is the Mona Lisa. I get that.
But more people know what the 52 tops mantle is and looks like than they do the Honus Wagner card.
Yep. I mean, there's some big, I mean, there's been some big sales out there, and I would anticipate many, many more coming.
How about the young man that's like in the running for MVPs, both pitcher and like home run specialist?
Ohtani.
Oh,
yeah.
How about this guy?
Dude.
He's a rare breed.
Yeah, I'm just.
We're kicking ourselves in the heads on that one.
I'm not kicking myself too much because everyone forgets he was injured every first couple of years.
Okay.
He was always injured.
Okay.
I never bought one card of his ever because he came out with such hype and his prices were so high. I'd like to stay away from that if I can. Yep. But then he started getting hurt, and then he got hurt again, and it's just. But you could have bought his cards for pretty damn cheap in like January.
You could have bought some of his cards for maybe
a tenth of what they're going for now.
Yeah, like
literally,
if not less. And there's more of them in the market too, right? So, you know, I mean, when somebody's playing bad or hurt, they just throw them out just to replace their money. Well, you don't see as many right now. You see some that are just ridiculously priced, right? But I mean, you don't see as many of them. And we didn't totally miss the boat on him, but we kind of did. And he's putting together arguably the best season in baseball history. I mean, really. I'm telling you, I went to the All-Star game in Denver, and people love him. I mean, I'm talking love him like he's a superstar.
Wow.
I mean, and I mean, the crowd just reacts different to him, you know? And you know what? And he's got a huge following in Asia as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean that
Yeah.
he pieces together another good season next year. And if the Angels can somehow, with all Trout,
Sure.
Joe Adele, Ohtani, I mean, my gosh, how does this team not like win more? I can't even believe it for the life of me. I mean, Trout's been out for a while. He's still out, right?
Yeah. He's still out. He might not come back for the year.
When you say historic season, though, you meaning his ERA, along with his ability to have the home run record and possibly MVP, Cy Young type of.
Yeah, the combination
Yeah,
of playing both sides of the ball like that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
It's wow.
like, even all the like on Sports Center and MLB Tonight, they stopped comparing it to Babe Ruth's season.
They
He
have.
play both because it's not. It's so far past that at this point. It's crazy. Think about
Yeah.
think about Tom Brady playing quarterback and then going playing like safety. or quarterback and having like 7 picks. I mean, or pick a running back. Someone dominant on the offensive side, going to the defensive side and handling that as well.
Deion Sanders was close to that.
Yeah.
He was a receiver, catching touchdowns as a receiver, and then also best
A
quarterback
little
ever.
bit.
A little
on
bit.
the receiver.
Yeah, but
he's
right.
dominating. Like he's
That's exactly
dominating.
right. On both sides.
Yeah, and that's
What's
in this day and age too. It's just everything is so specialized, you know.
how many wins does he have? Ohtani.
Shit, let me look it up.
Great question.
I want to say 14, 15. His ERA is sub 3,
Oh, wow.
and he's got to be batting
300 plus?
300 plus.
I don't know if he has that many wins yet.
He might be high 280s.
42, 43 home runs?
At least. It seems like every day he's in a few.
God,
I mean,
that's rare. That's rare.
you know you're a star when you go to other visiting team ballparks and the stadium fills up because of you.
Arguably the greatest hitting pitcher?
I mean, who was was Ty Cobb? No. I mean, Babe Ruth, obviously.
Babe Ruth.
I mean,
You're getting so far back. I don't even know.
Exactly.
They only talk about Babe Ruth, really.
he would have to, if he does this, anything close to this for 3, 4, 5 years, oh my gosh.
Greatest player ever?
I mean,
I don't know about that.
yeah, I mean, but like,
He would have to do it for
even 5
a
years.
long time.
Even 5 years.
This is
doing-
one season. He's been
I
fully
agree.
healthy for a whole year. If he can replicate this, 5, 6, 8, 10 years,
But yes.
then let's talk. But
Okay.
he's 9-1 right now with a 2.97 ERA.
9-1.
So I mean, if he gets the
What's his batting average? He's not bad. Is he batting over 300?
no,
Yeah,
I know
was-
he's not. Last time I looked,
okay.
he was around 270.
Yeah, I was gonna say 280 something.
But it might be, today it's 257.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he probably, no matter what, though, will win the MVP. I don't know how you pick somebody different. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Right. I
know?
agree.
He could probably sit for the rest of the year and still win.
right. Exactly.
We missed out on him, though, but we picked some solid guys that we went all in on last year and this year, and we're doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, you're starting to see. I mean, Wander Franco,
Yeah, I remember that name. Yeah.
that guy's special.
Yeah.
Yeah, they called
His
him
name?
up since the last show. He just broke Mickey Mantle's record for the youngest person to reach base.
Wow.
In
Yeah, like-
consecutive games.
Was it 40 games in a row or 38, 39, 40? I mean,
All these questions.
Vlad Guerrero Jr.
he's
Vlad's doing very well.
doing
great.
very well.
He's batting over 300. He's like
Yep.
in the top 5 for home runs.
42, 43 home runs.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you
real-
can mix that with the
Yep.
power and the actual average.
Is a real bummer about Acuna.
Yes.
He that was a bummer,
Yes.
man. He got hurt. That's,
ACL.
I think it was an
ACL.
ACL. Yeah, that
Yeah,
stung. Tatis is another one. People love Tatis. I mean, he's a superstar. People love him. You know, baseball's got a great talent pool of young superstars coming up. They've got a great thing going. They're like the NBA, you know.
With Jeter going into the Hall of Fame, his value of his cards have skyrocketed because of the Hall of Fame situation.
They get a little bump.
It's
okay.
Jeter's blue chip.
Okay,
you know, it's like it'll go up, it'll creep. You know, the rarest of Jeter cards when they surface, right? If you get the pop 1, pop 2, you know, those will always go higher and higher every time they surface. Any of the Hall of Fame players, it seems as though the rare ones I always reference the pop report, those ones just tend to go up most of the time, you know, unless you have an influx of them like the 86, 87 Fleer Jordan, which is basically like a roller coaster, you know. I mean, it's just been going up and down. Like it was at 500,000, 600,000 earlier this year. Now they're down to 350.
750, but then that one popped up for like 8 something. And but there's over 300 of those PSA 10 Jordans.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that can move the market just by listing 1 or 2 or 3, 4 at a time if they wanted to. You could really dictate the market at that point.
I would love to see. There's 3 black labels, which is Beckett, which is basically known as being the black label is known as being a perfect card. Like it's known as being better than a PSA 10.
Oh yeah.
And there's 3 of them, but one of those surfaces, I got no idea, man. I would guarantee that thing might break $10 million. It really could.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I'm ready to rip some wax. I don't know about you.
Let's do it, man.
Let's first talk a little NFL, though, right? Tonight kicks off Dallas in Tampa. It's going to be 110 degrees, Guatemala hot. I mean, what do you think? Who you got in the game?
I want Dallas to win, but I think Tampa's going to win. It's just hard to root against Tom Brady on this night, although Dallas is just loaded with talent. So I'm going with Tampa Bay, but I want Dallas to win.
The spread's 8.5 or 9 even at this point. I'm going
too much.
I'm going Dallas. Super Bowl hangover. I'm going just Dallas coming out of the gate. I mean, there's only so many years that this team can be bad. I mean, really.
Disappointing.
It's too talented. It's just too talented.
Are you talking about it from a gambling standpoint or an actual just straight up win and loss?
I'm going straight win. I'm just going straight win.
Tell me how much you lose tomorrow.
I don't gamble.
It sounds like you got Tampa Bay too. I just think the moment Dak's first game back.
Exactly.
Is he going to be healthy? I mean,
what's Zeke going to look like after last year?
They are missing Zach Martin. That is
huge.
That's huge.
Huge.
Against that defensive line?
Ugh, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, maybe the points. Maybe the points. Okay.
22 starters returning from the team, and you have a team of who knows. And Dak didn't even play that much in preseason either to get a rhythm with the receivers and whatnot.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm real excited for the game Saturday, though. Our Buckeyes,
of course,
Oregon coming to town. It's gonna be. It's gonna be.
We'll be sitting next to each other.
It's gonna be a close game.
Right,
be closer than people think.
You guys better hope. I watched that Gophers game. I was texting Leo like, "Are they playing?"
Were you nervous?
I'm
a little nervous at that game.
I was excited.
Okay,
I was never nervous.
I was excited to see the Gophers maybe beat them. Oh. I'm from Minnesota.
That's right.
I'm not a diehard Buckeye fan like the rest of you guys.
Hey, listen,
that's right.
First game of the year. Minnesota's not a bad team at all.
Not at all.
Any stretch. They're well coached with PJ Fleck. They're a bowl team 100% of the time. It's a conference game on the road, first game of the year. I mean, and you got a quarterback who hasn't played. Nerves, whatever. All you got to do is get the athletes in space, and you see what happens. So I know Oregon has, was it Thibodeau? I don't know, but he's the number 1 pick in the draft. Kuipers, he's a beast of a defensive end. He hurt his ankle a little bit.
I heard that he got injured,
but he's going to play. He's not even on the injury report. I don't know. It's going to be a fun game. I'm excited. Also excited to see our boy Fields play.
Yes,
He's
Yes.
got a tough game Sunday night against that Rams defense. Aaron Donald. I don't know.
He
about
does.
Did they put him in?
That. I think he's in.
What? Did that change?
I haven't heard yet.
I want to look.
I haven't heard yet.
Is it Dalton?
Dalton.
It is Dalton, actually. It is Dalton.
Dalton was named a
Dalton.
starter a
Oh,
while ago.
Gosh.
It is Dalton.
Dalton is becoming the new Ryan Fitzpatrick of the NFL. I mean, like
He wishes he was that good.
I mean, it's like every time he pops up, boom, I'm here.
He did say it's my time. It's my time. That was
I
his
did.
quote.
See, okay. Yep. Okay. All right. So,
Buddy, you had your time for like the last decade. What are you talking about?
I think Justin Fields has just as much as potential as anybody who got drafted as far as quarterback position.
Mhm.
Obviously, Mac Jones is probably well positioned more than any of them with the Patriots.
It's because their team is better.
Correct, Belichick. But I still believe that Justin Fields he's my dark horse to really do really well in the NFL. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence.
Zach
Zach
Wilson.
Wilson.
Too,
Zach Wilson's in.
but it's the Jets.
That's my point.
Until
with the
you
Jets.
see it from the Jets,
Yeah.
they're still the Jets.
Yeah, they're the Jets.
Yeah. Same with the Jags, though.
Yeah.
Same with the Jags.
Yeah, but they've at least been respectable some seasons in the last 2 decades. The Jets have just been. What were we just talking about for basketball? Who's always terrible?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
There you go. There's the Jets. Except they're in New York, so the press is just crazy.
Correct.
Minnesota
Correct.
is this little sleepy state up north. No one really, they suck again, whatever. We'll keep letting them play. The Jets, you just get hammered.
There's pressure. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Jimmy G starting, right? For the 49ers?
Yeah.
He's on a short leash. He's on a real short leash.
Yeah, him and Dalton both.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
I've got MVP candidates this year. I'm going Mahomes. I'm going dark horse, Kyler Murray. I'm going dark horse.
Wow. It's not terrible.
He's got a great coach, second year in the system. They picked up A.J. Green to go alongside DeAndre Hopkins. They've got weapons. I don't know. I mean, I can see him getting in there and getting in the mix. Josh Allen.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert too.
Boy,
He's so good, dude.
I'd love to see that.
Oh, I know you would.
Me too.
I know you would.
Me too.
We love some Herbert.
I got to say this, though.
Probably too.
Who has the most pressure from the quarterback position on them this year? I got two names.
Dak Prescott.
Matthew Stafford.
He's going to get a little bit of a pass, though, too.
Okay.
Correct. Matthew Stafford and Baker.
Baker for sure.
Baker for sure.
He didn't
Matt
sign
Stafford,
a contract, right? Baker, did he
correct.
Yeah, so. And there's actual pressure going into this year and expectations. Like big expectations.
On both of
now.
them.
Yeah.
Because it was Detroit's fault, the reason why they didn't surround Matthew Stafford with the talent. Now that he has the talent.
Let's see what you can do.
I mean, I'd say Kirk Cousins, too, just because I'm a Vikings fan. But everyone pretty much knows he's...
No one's expecting.
Yeah.
No one's expecting MVP season from Kirk Cousins. Though.
I think Odell has pressure on him this year.
Oh, yeah, he does. Mm-hmm.
If we don't win, because I'm a Browns fan, well, we were better without you.
I thought
that narrative could pop up.
I was hoping they would get some kind of value out of the guy in the offseason.
Wow.
What has he done? What has he done since he left New York? What? Nothing. Nothing.
I'm a Browns fan, so that hurts bad.
Well, reality hurts sometimes, man.
It does. It does.
They look so much better. They look so much more cohesive as a team and an offensive unit when he was off the field. You didn't have Baker looking at him first every single time. Like, man, if I don't get him the ball, he's going to chew me out on the sidelines.
Right.
That's true.
Because that was happening. That was happening way too much.
That's true.
He's got to humble himself this year and be a part of the team.
It's going to be
But you're
fun.
saying good luck with that. Okay.
I'm excited for football.
I am too.
That being said, here we go. We're going straight into some 2021 Panini Black.
Oh, wow.
There's not a lot of 2021 product out right now. Most of it comes out later in the year, right?
Yeah. Most of the products that have been released so far are just collegiate. So they're still in their college uniforms. People rip it because it's the first products, but the value never holds.
Before he rips it open, how will the name, image, likeness affect cards going forward in the future.
It already has.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ohio State quarterback Ewers, who dropped his senior year of high school,
Correct.
signed a $1.4 million card deal with Panini, I believe, or
Okay.
already.
Oh.
You know, he already graduated high school. He's just coasting
Right.
through, and that's why he knew he wasn't going to start this year at Ohio State. It was late in the year, but you're already talking about athletes that are going to be millionaires.
100%.
And
100%.
I mean,
There's probably
in
gonna
college,
be-
Yes. Yes.
that's kind of. I mean, I really hope they're smart enough to start educating the kids early on money, and I really
Hey,
hope you know.
guys,
I'm all for it. I mean,
and
as a former
Major
athlete.
League Baseball players get $1 million bonuses when they're like 17, 18, 19. NBA players, they can, 1 year still?
That's right.
1 year?
1 year.
And then they
That may
throw
change.
millions of dollars at them.
Yep.
Football is the only sport where they have to stay those 3 years. But, I mean, every other sport, these guys are getting millions of dollars at a really young age.
Not in college.
No, they're out of college. Yeah.
In college.
Yeah.
I just got $1 million. I'm going to my freaking chemistry class acting like I give a crap. I mean,
Hey, what happens if the coach wants to schedule a practice at 5 p.m., but the athletes say, hey, coach, we can't do practice because we have an appearance that night that we've scheduled for the last 3 months?
I gotta imagine there's gotta be some
There's
kind
gotta
of
be. Yeah.
you know, some kind of coordination
Correct.
with this stuff, right?
Correct.
There has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still student athletes, man. They're not.
Well,
The coaches, and it's college. They can shut you down in college.
how much of an impact will this be on the professional leagues? If I'm worth 10 to 15, $20 million leaving school, do I even go to the NFL?
That depends on how much you love the game at that point. If you only tried to go pro to get that contract and make your life and your family's life more, be a success and more comfortable, maybe you're happy with that money in college. But then why would you not at least get the contract?
In addition to,
at least get the you made
Sure.
it this far.
Sure.
If you want to get the contract,
I'm just saying that
then-
with CTEs and
Yeah, no,
injuries and
that's-
head concussions and,
I never thought about it like that.
just a thought.
Yeah, no,
It's
is
a real
thought.
thing. It's a real thing. I mean, what happens when they take a private plane on their
Correct.
break and then a hurricane comes or somebody gets COVID in a foreign country? Next thing you know, you can't come back. You know, I mean, these guys are millionaires and do whatever they
That's
want.
right.
You know, I mean, driving around
And a Bugatti.
Bugatti around campus.
It's going to happen.
It's gonna
It's
happen.
definitely going to happen,
It's
man.
probably
They're
already
still 18,
happening.
19-year-old kids. It's still going to happen, especially if they don't have really good
The
guidance.
coach is driving a Chevy.
Oh, man, don't get out of here. Those coaches get paid, too.
They do.
Especially for the
They
guys
do.
that are making that money that are
They
in
do.
college, the big-name guys.
do.
They're at big-name schools
They do.
with big-name coaches.
But the players will, I think, ultimately usurp some of these coaches, though, with how much they make.
Oh, yeah.
And look at the NCAA. Skirted it once again. They knew they were going to have to pay the players. They're like, well, why don't we just get everyone else to pay them and not us? It's unbelievable.
Isn't that interesting? Wow.
Unbelievable. They're like, we can't dodge this anymore. Let's just get all the rich people to friggin' do this
booster
stuff.
bases.
All the boosters. They'll pay them all. Who cares? We don't have to. Not coming out of our pocket.
Yeah.
Unreal. All right, I'm breaking.
Should be kind of
I'm
happy
mad.
about that part.
Right. I mean, it's crazy.
But I think they're gonna come out with like college products, live college people
it's
in
coming.
school at that moment.
It's coming.
signing autographs and actual card sets.
That's what.
Which
okay.
that I don't. There's never been like major releases while they're in college before.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
So we got Panini Black. I'm never opening these, but I see the back of this card. This doesn't look that bad. Starting off with our boy Justin Fields. There you go. Number to 250. We already talked about him.
Love him.
Not bad.
I don't want to take the Curry off, man.
Just lean them against it then.
Okay. We'll put you right over here, good sir. Panini points. This is basically the equivalent of getting jobbed by Panini on your pack.
Yep.
Going down here. Oops, Steelers. Pat
Fryermuth?
Ooh. There you
Is
go.
that the auto?
That's the auto.
Oh, sizable signatures.
Sorry about that.
He's actually all right.
Apparently pretty cold right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is Michael Strachan?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Strachan.
Sure.
Breakout player, man. Watch out.
Yep.
He's going to. That's a wrap, man. Stephen, you the man.
Rubby,
My man. Enjoy that golf lesson.
thank you, brother.
Rubb Redd signing off.